So we were in Fresno, California doing a little project we were contracted to do, and so we're getting ready to take this waste line apart, and there'd been water damage in here that nobody knew where. I'm going to tell you where some of it came from at least. We're getting ready to cut this pipe so that we can move the line over this sewer line right here. We're going to move it down the wall a little ways. But before we got started, we went to grab it, and right down there at the top you can see where this pipe meets this fitting. If you look in the very back, you'll see that it moves. Let me get down lower, get the light down lower, get the light down lower. Let me get underneath here. So let's see if I can get you in here and get you a really good picture. So right down in there, see that? It's split all the way around. See that? And ABS pipe doesn't break easily. So something happened, can't tell you what, but you've had a lot of water coming out of there. So if you did have damage here, it was water damage, that's where it came from right there. So that's an extra charge, because what we have to do now, instead of just cut this pipe right here and spin this T and go down the wall, we need to cut this entire thing out, which means go all the way down here, cut it, put a new fitting in. It's going to take us at least another hour and a half, so we'll let the homeowner know, and then we did need to document that just to let you know. So in Fresno, California, just finished moving some plumbing over here in the kitchen. They had some water damage back in here. We did identify part of it. We don't know what all is happening in the kitchen, but they've demoed back a lot of the cabinets, and they asked us to get the plumbing from over here over to the center of the window. So we have hot and cold water sitting here. It's blue lines on both sides, but trust me, one is hot. So down here you can see the orange sleeve coming up. There's the pipe right here, which translates over here to the hot water, which is right here. So hot and cold. Anyway, so and then the cold water, of course, same thing. SharkBite 90 is approved by code, in wall. SharkBite 90, Uponor tubing, and then over to some little bullets stub out here with a bracket. So these are nice. You come back later and you cut these to length wherever they are. You cut them, put your stop on. One will get go to the faucet. The hot will go to the faucet and the dishwasher. This will go to the faucet and the refrigerator, which is all the way back over there. It's kind of looped up in the corner right now. So for right now, your water is off to the refrigerator. Anyway, so that's the water portion. The waste portion we got in here, and we documented that. The reason why, all we had to do is come in and cut this T and turn it sideways and run it down the wall. No big deal. Well, it was cracked, and so that's where a lot of your water was coming. I can't tell you what the scope of what was happening in your home. I do know that as much as that is split, we've seen this plenty of times over there, as much as that was split, you were getting tons of water back here. You can see all the corrosion and whatnot. So I can't guarantee that there's nothing further happening, but the walls have been open for a while. Everything looks dry, so that's okay. I'd leave these walls open a little bit further just to make sure everything holds. And so anyways, what we had to do is cut down real low right above plate, get a sanitary tee in. We did have to open the wall up outside because the clean out plug was stuccoed in place. Couldn't unscrew it, couldn't get out of the wall. So we had to open it up, whatnot. And then we went in and filled it with some silicone, clear silicone on that side. That'll dry. If you don't like the color, go ahead and get your stucco guy out here and put some stucco around it, or a big beauty ring. They make them. Matter of fact, I might even have them in my house, so it's like a 2 3/4 diameter of that sleeve, and you can just cover the whole thing up. But the main thing is it's sealed, so you don't get any bugs in here. So sanitary tee, no hub coupling. These are stainless steel bands for plastic, and then of course a new sanitary tee here, another stainless steel band up the top to tie the vent back together, and then just a short arm over here to where the drain line should be. So center windows here. So they wanted it center, so we put the water center on a nice 8-inch spread. And then of course 9 inches off the center is where the basket strainer sits. 9 inches to the other way is where the disposal sits. So typically it's a 2-compartment sink, 36 inches wide. So you can see that's where the center's at, and so the drain's right there. So this is right in line with the basket strainer. So basket strainer will go on the right. Garbage disposal will go on the left. We talked about that with the home the last time we were here. Water's back onto the home, so we're looking at it. Everything looks good. Like I say, leave this open as long as you can just to monitor it. Make sure everything looks good to you. Outside of that, this installation is done.